Hello, we're back to another episode of the channel, and this time around we'll be talking about all the games that got played over the weekend. Now we'll start with the Premier League. In the Premier League, we can see that Nottingham Forest played Liverpool, Everton played Crystal Palace, Manchester City was host to Brighton, and Chelsea played Manchester United. From what we can see, Liverpool has been one of the greatest teams, in the Premier League. But as it stands now, they no longer have, the all the agileness, and they're not playing with all the vibe they used to give us back then. The Liverpool midfield is sort of they're getting tired. The age is catching up with them. Most of the players are over 31. Like the average age of Liverpool team it's about 30. So it's kind of a problem because we see that they played host like the starting lineup. They had Firmino, Salah, Carvalho, Jones, Fabinho, Elliott, Robertson, Van Dijk, Gomez, and Mura. And if we are looking at this, it's a pretty good side, which should be going to Nottingham Forest and getting all the 3 points. But it's rather unfortunate that football might be what it is. What we expect to happen, it's not always what happens. So we have to give kudos to the Nottingham Forest team. They actually played Liverpool this time. They attacked like with all. They were so pushful with what they did. So we could see like congrats to Awoni, who was the lone goal scorer, and Nottingham Forest defeated Liverpool by 1 goal to nothing. So I don't know. What do you guys think about Liverpool making the top four this season? I think you should share your thoughts with that because we the Arsenal fans, as everyone knows, we don't mind. We don't mind having Liverpool falling short of their target because everyone knew that Liverpool was going to push Manchester City hard this time around. But what will I say? Liverpool, we can never write them off though. We can never write them off because we know at any point in time Liverpool can come back very, very strong. Yeah, and to the next, we had Everton playing host to Crystal Palace. Actually, Lampard is doing a very, very, very good job. Things did not start perfectly for him. Everyone knows that things did not start perfectly for him, but he's steadily getting there. He's steadily having a team which is his own making. Lampard back then was a very, very good player, and he gave his all on the pitch. So having a team which actually is his team, from what I can say. Because shout out to Onana, that's some hell of midfield. Back then, when I saw the guy played, I was like, oh, why did Arsenal not go for this? Because it was a miss. I can think that Onana was a miss for Arsenal. And I also have to loud out Alex Iwobi. Alex Iwobi has been at the forefront of things. He anchors the midfield like really, really well. I'm playing with what I know many of our Arsenal fans would say that when he was there with us, he didn't really do it like we would hope he did. But now I can say that Lampard is actually doing a good job getting the best out of all of the players and pushing them, because even if we look at the table, they have not been the best, but actually they are steadily going to the rise. After beating Crystal Palace 3-0, a Crystal Palace team that can also take it to the ropes. With the likes of Zaha, Olise, and Ayu, who are very, very creative players. So we can actually see that Everton is slowly but surely getting there. It's a team I support though. I also like Everton. I like the play style. I like the fun. So I like the crowd. They have a very, very good crowd. When they are playing, the crowd is behind them and everything moves like so perfect. So I'm happy for Lampard. I'm happy for the team that they are steadily getting their move. Now, what else can we say? Manchester City playing host to Brighton. Brighton is a team that loves to play. They love to have possession of the football. They love to attack. They love to play their own game. But we could see that it's a City team that has Erling Haaland. He's a beast of a player. Everybody knows that. He's a beast of a player. Everybody would like to have him in their attack line. This guy's statistics are mad. Having about 17 goals in just 11 starts. Like his goal return is something which we cannot even start talking about it. That's what I say, that City are definitely the team to beat in the Premier League this season. They're definitely the team to beat. And with things going this way, I think that, yes, the City team, we don't know. Last year Liverpool actually challenged them. Liverpool try to do their thing. This year, Arsenal are at the top of the league, but we still know that City definitely is a team to beat. And what will I say? Kevin De Bruyne, he scored a masterpiece of a goal. Watching that, I just like, wow, what a beautiful game. You can still support Arsenal, but wow, once you see the beauty of the game, you actually have to love it. Manchester City were the team, and they are still doing their thing. The team hasn't gelled yet. When it's going to be like today, they have like a complete team. They can bring anyone from the bench. Look at the reserves. They have to bring Silva. They have to bring Grealish. Those are players that are coming from the bench. The likes of Cole Palmer, Alvarez, Foden. Wow, what else can we say about City? They're just a team for anybody to beat. I know that everybody keeps saying that they are investing, like they spend a lot of money, but that's the beauty of the game. If you can actually invest and get people, Pep Guardiola, we all know he's one of the best, if not the best coach, but he's one of the best because you can actually see how his game plan, you see what his game plan is, you see how everybody was doubting, is Haaland going to be the striker, is Haaland going to play the best football, but you can see that City is very much relaxed and they are doing their thing. City, for me, wow, is the team to beat. So let's see if Arsenal can actually push them towards the end. Yeah, City, we won the game comfortably 3-1. Yeah, but I can also say that the Brighton team actually gave them a run for their money. It's not like Brighton sat back and was waiting. No, Brighton actually gave them a run for their money. Yes, and on to the game of Saturday, that was Chelsea playing host to Manchester United. Yeah, that was the big one for Saturday, and what we saw was a United team were actually getting back there. When we look at the lineups, we saw United team Sancho, Rashford, Anthony, Fernandes, Casemiro, Eriksen, Shaw, Martinez, Varane, and Dalot. Oh, a bad one for Varane. He got injured during the course of the game. I thought they were actually very, very good. I thought United, during the start of the game, United were really, really, really playing some good stuff, They were playing, they control the midfield, they control possession. And what can I say? Chelsea, the coach Graham Potter didn't get it all perfectly at the start, but we can say that that's why when I look at Graham Potter, so many people were doubting when he got appointed as the Chelsea manager, because some people said he lacked the pedigree, he lacked, that what it takes to coach a very, very big team in the name of Chelsea Football Club. But he has come there and he's doing a great job, Even though we know that Aubameyang is not firing on all cylinders, even though he started like scoring a couple of goals in the Champions League and also in the league, but still a lot still has to be desired. But what we can notice during the course of that game is the coach discovered that the midfield battle they were losing during the course of the game. They were losing the midfield battle, and what did he do? He had to do a substitution at the 40th minute of play, if I'm not getting that wrong. Yeah, which he had to remove one of the defenders, like Cucurella, and he brought in, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, he removed Cucurella during the course of the game and brought in, let me see, Kovacic was the one brought, Kovacic. And we can see that Chelsea immediately wrestled back the midfield and they were actually doing their thing. Chelsea were doing their thing. They started playing from the back, controlling the game and playing very well. I must also loud out that Chalobah was a standout player during the course of the 90 minutes. He played so well. The score was 1-1. What an equalizer from Casemiro. So many people were like, oh, Casemiro coming to the Premier League at the age of 30, what is he going to do? But we can see now clearly that he has brought a lot to the Manchester United midfield. He acts as that anchor person. And what can I say? The beauty of the game, he makes United tick, the first few matches which he started to play, because he was slowly integrated to the team. He was taking care of the Europa League. He was really playing really good. And he was slowly integrated to the team. And what could we see? When he anchors the midfield, now he distributes the ball so well that it makes it, just that added edge. Have someone who has won almost everything which is out there to be won in Europe. He has played the Champions League. He has 5 Champions Leagues to his name. So he's coming to that team with so much respect, and he's doing his thing, Now he's able to sit and allow the likes of Fernandes, allow the likes of Ericsson to just do their thing, Even Anthony was not standing out during the course of the match, but still, he was very, very good. But what I can say is, wow, Casemiro bringing that die-hard fan thing, where fans like to see their players play till the end, never giving up, because Chelsea almost felt like they were going with the 3 points. But what can I say? That feeling where you never give up, Casemiro brought that, and he had to head in the dying minute, what our people will call the Fergie time, I'll just say that the good time is coming back to United, and people are enjoying doing their thing. And actually, it's a good feeling now to be a United fan, because they are steadily getting back there. If you look even at the league table, you look at the standings, you will see that United is no longer far, because United actually has 20 points from 11 games played, and Chelsea with 21. So it was a crucial match over the weekend to see how things would go. So for the Saturday results, we can just say everything was some sort of as planned. But when you look at the results between Nottingham Forest and Liverpool, we would say that that was a shocker. That was a shocker over the weekend, and Liverpool is actually languishing at the 8th position with about 16 points. Wow. That's not the start which everybody envisaged for Liverpool, That's not the start which everybody envisaged for Liverpool. So now we're going to jump right to the results of Sunday. The Sunday game started with the Aston Villa playing host to Brentford. Wow. Football is what people actually don't say. It's like Aston Villa getting rid of Steven Gerrard, Like many people say, the Steven Gerrard who was a footballer and the Steven Gerrard who has become a manager. Yeah, things never always go as you plan, because I can remember when I discovered that Steven G was being appointed Aston Villa. I thought to myself, is that not too big a job to carry on to yourself when you're still at the start of your career and things are not yet blossoming for you at the top? Rangers, not to disrespect the Rangers fans or anything, or even disrespect the club. Yeah, they are a big club, but when you look at the Scottish League and you have to just skip levels and come to the Premier League, and you go for the likes of Aston Villa, who are actually an ambitious club, and they have their own ideas of wanting to be at the top. So we know Aston Villa is not one of the top clubs, but still, they want to do their thing. They want to try to impose themselves and move higher up, probably to the mid-table. But now with Steven Gerrard being there, the results were not really fast coming, and wow, immediately he left the dugout. We have Aston Villa firing, Danny Ings, Leon Bailey, Watkins, all of them actually scored. So it's fine. At times we say that we never can know when there is a change in the dugout. All the players are still trying to secure a place for themselves, and they are still trying to prove to the new manager or the caretaker that they can actually do a job. So we see the team tried. I cannot say that they were not playing for Steven Gerrard, because Steven Gerrard as a person, he was talking really good of himself. He talked a good game. He tried to give the players all the inspirations which they could get, but still, football being what it is. But wow, after the change, they're actually doing good. They've won the past 2 matches, so that's a good one. The next game on Sunday was we saw Leeds playing against Fulham. What will I say? Leeds, actually, they look like a very good team. They play some nice stuff, but football is not just about playing the pretty game or playing what is pleasant to the eyes. It's about the points, because you can play the good game, you can play what the fans want, they can sing your name, but very soon the fans are going to turn, because the points are not coming, and they don't want to find their team playing in the Championship. So they actually want to see their team play in the Premier League, because that's a big time. Like everybody wants to play in the Premier League. It comes with huge revenues. It comes with huge TV deals, and everybody wants that. So they play the Fulham team too, that are a very, very determined side. They have Mitrovic. They have Fulham actually a balanced team. They have William, who left from Arsenal, tried to play in the Brazil league before coming back to England. So he said he loves England, he loves living in London. So it's a league he knows very well. So he's slowly doing his thing too. But we must say Mitrovic has been a revelation. The last time he was in the Premier League, things didn't go that well for him. So, but last year in the championship, he scored about 30 something goals. So it's not just a striker who hasn't done it. It's a striker that has done it. Many people will say the championship is not the same levels with the Premier League, but we can see that he has come to the Premier League and he's delivering. Fulham are actually doing quite okay. They went to Leeds, which is not an easy place to go to. We could actually see what they did to Arsenal to the last game they played. They actually played Arsenal their game. It wasn't an easy one. So for Fulham going to Leeds and taking all the 3 points, that's really something we need to applaud. That's something we really need to look at it and say, okay, wow, Fulham, what else can I say? Just keep doing your thing and probably you will stay up in the league. So because I know for Fulham it's just about survival and staying in the league and then seeing how tomorrow, or probably they're playing each game at a time. They want to see how the next year will come. Maybe they will survive, but from the way they are playing, nobody can bet against them. They have a striker who's actually performing and delivering goals. So why not? I think I don't know. I don't want to say this, but I think Fulham is actually might survive relegation. Let's see. Well, let's just see how it goes. So if you have any thoughts about anything so far, just put your comments in the comment section below. Let's know for you what you think. Who do you think? Do you think Liverpool is going to make the top 4 this season? Do you think Arsenal can be the surprise package for the league? So many people are still doubting, but we never can know. They might just surprise us. Yeah, Arsenal actually played Southampton. Arsenal is actually looking very good this season. They've played 11, they've won 9, they've drawn 1, and they have actually lost the lone match against Manchester United, which I can say that they were the better team over the course of the 90 minutes. Even during the match they played against Southampton, they played some good stuff. They played some good stuff over the first 45 minutes. Arsenal is my team. We're actually doing the thing. Gabriel Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus. We have Saka. Everybody's actually playing very good at the moment. But what will I say? I have been so impressed with Arteta, but there is something he's doing now which, as a fan, personally, I don't buy into it. You cannot play Southampton. All my respect to Southampton, because I don't want to take anything from what they did yesterday. They are a good side. They played Arsenal really well. But the question is, you Arteta cannot leave and move to Southampton to play them. You're at the top of the league. You have your players that are energized. I know the past games have not been like what they started to show us. Maybe fatigue is creeping in. It happens, when players play so many games after 3 days, and Arsenal doesn't change their teams like so much. So, but I don't know why Tomiyasu, you continue to insist on Tomiyasu playing at the left back. Tomiyasu, it's not a left back at it. I think it's time for us to move Tierney. Yes, we know that Zinchenko is currently facing some injury crisis and all. We hope he will be back soon. But I think we can play Tierney there at it. We can actually play Tierney. There is no need, because the team doesn't have like the perfect balance when you insist on playing Tomiyasu at left back. Yes, Ben White is doing a very, very good job at right back at the moment. He has had a couple of assists over the games, and I must laud out also the likes of Saliba, Gabriel, Xhaka. Xhaka cannot keep scoring. We say football is something we will never predict. 2 years back, all the Arsenal fans, I myself involved, were like, "Oh, get rid of Xhaka. He should get out of the club. He doesn't perform to the heights which we believe." Yes, because he was always prone to errors. He always had that error in him at any point in time. But now I can see that he has taken that away from his game. He has taken that away from his game totally, and he's contributing because they switch in the systems now. Arsenal actually is adapting so many systems, and it helps Xhaka to play right as an offensive midfielder, with the likes of Odegaard. They are doing their thing. So Xhaka now can contribute more, with goals, and we see it very visible. He's one which we can actually follow. I don't want to say this, but I think so far this season in the midfield, in the Premier League, he has actually been very, very productive. Xhaka has been very, very productive, and all the Arsenal fans can't stop lauding him because he's doing a very, very good job. Xhaka is doing a good job, and I hope, for his sake, I can never wish somebody better than Xhaka, because what he went through with his family, all the insults back then in 2020 when he removed the armband and said it was, everyone thought it was done with him, that he was done out of the club because we could not see any way back for him. But Arteta, being the man who is, managed the situation perfectly and integrated him back. Now he is even the assistant captain, and yeah, they are doing their thing. Odegaard is really good, Saka is good, but I feel the team is getting fatigued. What all of us are saying now is, can Arsenal take it right up to January, make a couple more signings, and go for the league? Because why don't they believe they can do it? I think we can actually go for the league. It's possible. I don't want to say we will do it, but it's very much possible because City are the team to beat. But if we look at City, who are doing their job, like, yeah, they are good, but I think Arsenal can go for it. Arsenal are at the top of the league now, 28 points. They are still doing. It's not like everyone just waiting for Arsenal to crumble. Like, they are waiting for them to fall, but they are still going. So I think take it to January, make a couple more signings. The World Cup is coming. It's going to be a 1 month break for everybody. They will go back, look at going back to the drawing board. Probably some players will not feature over the World Cup period. They might have time to re-energize themselves and be very ready for when the time comes. So I think Arsenal might just be the dark horse of this Premier League, while we don't expect anything to happen. As a fan, I don't want to get over myself, I just want to take it slowly. And when the belief creeps in, then we would see how it goes. So, but the target never stops, top 4 for Arsenal this season, getting back to the Champions League. Oh my God, how I miss the Champions League nights, at the Emirates. So let's just see how it goes. Slowly, but just keep doing your thing, just be under the radar, but keep going. Arsenal are top, so I think they are good to go. And Wolves playing host to Leicester City. Wow, Leicester City actually gave Wolves 4-0. Wow. Why do I say this? Because Brendan Rodgers, the Leicester manager, has been under enormous pressure. Like, even some fans calling for him to be sacked, but the board still persists with him because they see that there is a manager there, there is somebody there who is doing like a really, really good job. So Leicester are a really, really good side. I like them because they didn't actually do a lot of signings over the summer. They brought just one outfield player. Yes, they brought one outfield player, but I can think that so many of their players went away. The likes of Fofana went to Chelsea. We have their goalkeeper who has been there, Schmeichel, and did it for them over the years. He actually went to Nantes. Not Nantes. Yeah, not Nantes. He actually went to, which club is that? Yeah, he went to a club in France. Yeah, so they're actually doing their thing. I don't know, but I'm just happy for Brendan Rodgers because he was getting so, critics, the media, everybody talking like he will be the next, but now the board stuck with him and now he's delivering. So I just think that's what we say with football. You just need to exercise some patience, even when the managers are not giving you everything. You just have to look at the players still playing for them. Is everything still going as planned? So yeah, for Leicester, a good one. But what is happening with the Wolves team, a Wolves team that would play, and you will see them, all the Portugal players, all the Portuguese players actually doing their thing. But now it's like the team is really lacking some confidence. You have a team with so many good players, but they are lacking. They are lacking confidence. They recently sacked their manager Bruno Lage, who was, to my opinion, not bad, but they just can't find the back of the net, and it's a problem. Football is a game of results. You might play the good game, like I said, but you need to deliver. Once you don't deliver, I bet you it doesn't go. So the last match which we'll talk about, that will be Tottenham Hotspur playing host to Newcastle. Like, oh my god, Newcastle, we might just need to look after them because they look a really balanced squad. They are fit, the likes of Guimaraes. Miguel Amiron is playing on another level. Newcastle was actually missing the likes of Isaac, the likes of Isaac, and but they went to Tottenham Stadium and they attacked Tottenham. I don't know what people think about Conte, because at the moment Conte is a good manager, but I feel he's been so defensive. Yes, you might be defensive, but yet you play, you cannot be a defensive team and you concede like so many chances, like attacks after attacks. To a Newcastle side, I don't want to take anything away from them. They were very, very good. They played so well. They looked fitter. They looked a balanced squad, and they played and they had to win the game. They even had so many chances. So many people would say Lloris, and maybe it was a foul. I, for one, I would not say it was a foul because, Wilson tried to pull he tried to pull while Lloris bumped into him. So we cannot consider that a foul. And I like it because now the Premier League referees are trying to let more of the game be played so that we can actually see now all the little petite fouls are not being given. So they let the players play. But I don't know, you cannot have the likes of Son, you have the likes of Harry Kane, and you're making them defend. Harry Kane was almost like the defensive midfielder. It's so bad. They have to feed on crumbs. Those are players that, I don't know, Harry Kane is an elite striker. He's one of the best in the game. He's one of the best in Premier League. Even Son looks like a shadow of himself now. We are the North London team, and all we can say is we will analyze the game the way the game comes. But still, I don't know. I will not be wishing Tottenham the best because we are Arsenal and we still have that thing, between Arsenal and Tottenham, who is the biggest. Because before the league start, the beginning of the league, everybody was like, oh, Tottenham has made like so many signings. They are the team to watch out for. They are this. But now I cannot say so. Maybe Arsenal just made them to be found out because now teams attack them because teams are no longer scared to play. So I don't know. Maybe Conte will need to be a little bit adaptive. Know that, okay, if things are not going perfectly now, you need to try to adapt your game and, try to be a little bit proactive. Try to go on the, you can attack. You can defend from attack, That's trying to press high. Try to move to bet. You cannot keep running to your post and conceding chances without chances. The good teams will always find a way to make some chances. Good players will always find a way to penetrate you, and once they penetrate you, you find yourself always having to run after games, and it's really, really, really not a good one. So for Tottenham, things are not going perfectly for them, but wow, who really cares that much? We are Gunners, and we want Arsenal to succeed. So if we look at the standings now, Arsenal are still topping with 28 points, Manchester City with 26. Tottenham, yeah, they are not doing well, but they have 23 points, so that's still not bad. They might say, we are not playing, we haven't clicked, on top gear, but we are still third in the league. So it was a good result too for Newcastle United, and they are on 21 points. That's the best start of the league for over a time for Newcastle. So they are slowly but surely getting there. So that was it for the analysis of the Premier League. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed us talking this football, and we're open for all your critics and everything. You might always, if you enjoyed, just like and comment, and let's try to build together. Thank you for following on this episode. Ciao.